These birthday flowers are a little bit past it, but the yellow ones look quite fresh and quite nice still, so I'm going to have a go at pressing them. I think they'll be really, really beautiful once they've been pressed and dried out. So I'm just going to tidy up the vase, get rid of the irises because they've definitely gone over, and maybe move it to a smaller vase, what's left, because the vase is enormous. So I'm going to just cut off a few of the yellow ones. I do have a flower press, but the quickest way for me to press flowers is just to stick them in one of my really heavy recipe books. Keep these in the kitchen, and it's just so much easier than getting a flower press out. Often when I go looking for a recipe, I get a nice happy surprise. Yes, she's not meant to be up there. Something's going on and she's got to be nosy. Right, she shouldn't be on kitchen counters either. She's been extremely nosy. Right, off. 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 Thank you. Yeah, what was I saying? Get a nice surprise when I'm looking for recipes, because there's flowers in here from years gone past, and quite often I'll press flowers and have completely forgotten about them and then not even come back and use them. What have we got here? Sometimes I label them and then other times I forget, so I've no idea what that might be, but it's kept its colour, it's rather beautiful. And we've got some at Stilby there. I brought that home from the palace, but that's pressed really well and kept its colour, which is good. I'm just going to have a flick through, see what else we've got in here. Might find some dinner inspiration while I'm at it. We've got some ferns in here, ferns pressed beautifully, and I've got some gorgeous hydrangeas too. Purple ones. I don't have purple, so I wonder if they're the pink ones that I pressed and that's just the colour that they've gone, because I don't know where I would have got purple ones from. But yeah, the ferns just look beautiful and every little bit of detail is kept there. Don't know how well that's going to focus. Really nice for using in crafting projects, journals, card making, etc. Oh, that's so pretty. That is obviously a little, is that a primrose, I think. So gorgeous. And then that is definitely a sweet pea. I'm just going to actually, if I move the dried ones, I can use these, that's just kitchen roll. I'm just going to reuse the same kitchen roll. I don't think I've ever replaced it like over the years, but it's absolutely fine. So you want to make sure that the head of the flower is facing the page so that it gets flattened just nicely and you get all that detail. I'm going to use the spine there just to hold them in place kind of while I get them all ready, I think. It's the kind of thing you need 2 pairs of hands for. But you'll see when I shut the book that it can get a bit tricky because they'll move, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I've got quite a few there, and I've got some leaves as well just to see what they go like. And I'm just probably gonna close that really quickly just so that they kind of slam shut in place. Yep, like that. And I think there might be a few more things there. Just gonna see what they are. Forget-me-nots looking rather beautiful. What is that? I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's pretty anyway, and it's not gonna focus. I think that is a geranium of some sort, or a crane's bill from the seed pod there. And you see the little hairs even being preserved in the pressing. Really, really nice. We've got another one there. Just need to think of a use for these now. I know there's lots of things you can do. I think that's it for this book, but I've got quite a few books. That is kind of wanting to stick up a little bit, but by the time I put some other books on top of it, it'll be fine and they'll be pressed in a few weeks or a few months. I'll just have to remember to come back and check.
Follow me out
I've just received a couple of deliveries which are things for the new lifestyle boxes, and I've opened this one up, and this is one of the reasons I just love working with other small businesses. She messaged me to say she'd found me on Instagram, watched my vlogs, and she's included this piece of beautiful fabric in the box for me. How amazing is that? Don't get that from big companies. Can't show you what's in the box, but they are going to be fabulous. You're going to love them. And here we've got some really nice fabric as well, which is just, wow, so kind. Yeah, definitely a win for working with other small businesses. Isn't that just really lovely and thoughtful? So nice. I was lucky enough to win another giveaway. That's like the third giveaway I've won in about 4 months, because I won the advent calendar at Christmas. I won some prints that I showed you a couple of vlogs ago, and just before Mother's Day I won this Mother's Day giveaway. So I'm going to unpack it and I'll show you what I've won. So here's what I've won. I've won an aroma oil diffuser and this gorgeous box which is filled with lots of different essential oils, which is great. And there's a couple of rollers here as well. So one is anti-anxiety and the other one is lavender. This is the brand Nakura that I actually have a lot of their oils already. It's one of my go-to companies for buying them. You can get them on eBay and Etsy and they're really reasonably priced. This is not sponsored or anything like that at all. It was just literally a giveaway and I won it, but I thought I would share it with you and yeah, just let you know that it is a nice brand. I have just finished one of the ones that I've got, so it's nice to get some more, and there's ones in here that I haven't really smelt before or I'm not familiar with, so this will be a great way to get used to some new ones. I'm always burning lavender and lemon and rose together. It's a really nice combination. If you go heavy on the lavender, a little bit less rose and then less lemon, it's a really nice combination. But peppermint, if you add peppermint to that, maybe instead of the lemon, it's a good one for headaches. And there's eucalyptus for stuffed up noses. Cedarwood is one of those oils that deters moths, I think, so it's quite good to have some of that dotted around your yarn collection or fabric collection. Tea tree is one, I add that to, I buy a lot of make your own face masks up. You just buy it as a powder, like the clay. You can add a few drops of tea tree to it if you need to for clearing skin and spots, or you can add some lavender for a nice relaxing one. Those two I know that are safe to put on your skin. I wouldn't be sure about the others, so do a bit of research before you put anything else on your skin. But yeah, really happy with that. I do have an oil diffuser already that is in my sitting room, so I think this will be my upstairs one, which will be nice because I can put it on before bed, maybe get my bedroom smelling all nice. What a treat. This was a Mother's Day giveaway, so yeah, I'm going to treat this as a nice little Mother's Day present to myself from the company. But yeah, just keep entering giveaways for stuff that you actually like, and your chance of winning is pretty big. My prizes came well wrapped in bubble wrap, so I'm going to keep a hold of all this, and if you order anything from me that is a bit delicate and comes wrapped in bubble wrap, just know that my bubble wrap is always reused, and I don't actually think I've ever had to buy bubble wrap. You do end up with loads of it, so I always manage to reuse it and pop it into orders so that they arrive safely. I just finished a little stack of storage pouches, the original large size ones with all the pockets, pen slots, everything. These ones, I've done them in the Cabbages and Roses fabrics that I have, and I've tried to be quite creative with the linings and just choose something a little bit not obvious, so I'm happy with those. I've also made some of the notions pouches, and I've used the exact same fabrics, which I don't normally tend to do, but I was wondering, do you go for matchy or do you go mix and match? I'm a mix and match person for sure. I don't like everything the same. I like it to coordinate, but it doesn't, not to be the same necessarily. So yeah, so they are going to go in my shop shortly as well. I'm just going to take some photos and then upload them to Etsy, so by the time you see the video they should be there. I'm going to put the Cabbages and Roses fabric aside for now because it's not very spring-like, is it, or summery. I think I'm going to plan a little spring sort of update for my shop with some of the really beautiful florals that just say spring to me. So that will be ones that are a lot brighter, bright happy colours, and maybe even some quirky ones. I'm sure I've got a couple of fabrics with little bunnies on and stuff, so let's make it fun next time. These are really grown up and beautiful, but the next ones that I'm going to make I think will be really fun.
We're so blessed to have you anchor our hearts and give us a fresh start. Wilderness, we've come for you. Wilderness, we give you our best. We're so blessed to have you. Follow me out, down to the bay. Forget all the worries when you're with me. Let every wave gently kiss away some of the hardness from those brief yet gloomy days. Wilderness, we give you our mess. We're so blessed.
There's something very satisfying about getting all the fabric scraps, ironing them out and then laying them out like this, because I'm going to turn these into some patchwork today, making some little yarn scrap tags which I've made before, so they'll be in my shop soon. But I think what I'll also do, I need to get round to doing it, is making up some fabric scrap packs in my shop so that you can buy packs that will contain well, what you see in front of you basically. There's lots of quilting cottons, which is a lovely thick quality cotton. You've got a few of the, well, I would call that a canvas type of fabric. They're a bit thicker. I wouldn't necessarily use those for things like EPP or hexes, but they're still great for patchwork. You could always cut out some of the detail as well. I've got some of these metallic ones in here. So I'm going to chop these up into little thin strips, probably about, well, quite thin for the little fabric tags. Don't have one to hand to show you actually. If I can find a photo I might insert it. So I'm going to cut them into strips maybe an inch wide, and then I'm going to sew them together. And I've got, I've stamped the words onto some little tabs here which I'll sew on them, and then yeah, I'll do the rest, but I'll try and video as much as I can. But yeah, it's just so nice to see all of my fabrics like that. And again, it goes back to what I'm saying about not being matchy, but everything is coordinated and it still all goes. I just love that look. Really lovely. And it's so nice to see older fabrics that I've not had in stock for ages. Such a nice reminder. These ones, that one, that one, that one. I've all had these for sale in my shop. I don't have any of them just now. I've got that one in the shop, and I've had that in the shop, I've had that in the shop. These two are in the shop, the dots. That's in the shop with the moons, that's in the shop. So it's so nice to see old ones as well that I've not seen for ages. Such a nice reminder. It reminds me of how pretty they were. I'm going to go and chop these up now.
Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers the magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. They are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in. Well, I don't know, how could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? Some people that put their faith into someone who's half their age, reading from a torn out page from a book filled with lies. But I don't know what to do. I'm staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. They are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in this century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in this century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away just like lines in the sand?
When one job leads to another. I started off cleaning the kitchen window this morning and thought that some of the plants could do with a bit of repotting. So this pelargonium in particular has got really leggy, so I thought not only will I give it some fresh soil, but I've cut down some of the stems, so they started off looking like this one, and then I've just taken cuttings like this and I'm going to just stick that into the soil and it should root, hopefully. If not, I've not lost anything. If it does root, then I'm going to get 3 new plants because I've got 3 little cuttings. You could also sit them in a glass of water to get them to root. Sometimes I've had mixed success with that, so I'm just going to stick them in the soil just to make it easier, less work. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm going to get on with repotting this, and then I'm going to get inside and get on with some work because it's Tuesday morning.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward. With sparks in the air, he would stare at her and
I'm just taking some photos of the pouches that I've got for sale, and I thought I'd let you see one all filled up and just how much storage it does have in it. This is just set up for the photo just now, but as you can see there's a really large pocket at the back and then one at the front, and there's also a pocket up here. This one's got a bit of padding in it, so you can use that. You can put your pins in there, needles, well, sewing needles I mean. You've got a bit of ribbon here, so I like to attach stitch markers to it. Inside here we've got some slots, so you can have pens, DPNs, scissors, crochet hooks. You can put circulars in there too, so you've got the pen slots, you've also got a little slot in front of that as well, and of course it's got pleats, which means you can really fill that up. And you can store your clips on here, or you can store clips on the top bit as well. So much storage, you'll be so surprised how much stuff you can get in these. And then the clasp is magnetic, so it's really easy just to close it, and then that gives you an idea of the size. Everything that you see in the pouch just now is available in my shop. We've got notebooks, scissors, we've got the small clips, I've also got the larger ones. These are new, these paper clips. I thought they were fun, they're so jumbo. So I've got pink, you get a set of 5, you get either 5 pink ones or 5 gold ones. I quite like to use things like this for patterns. I found these really handy when I was doing my crochet mandalas to just highlight which row I was on, but I realised that these are really nice as well because it actually sort of circles the writing and it makes it a bit clearer. If I don't mark down what row I'm on, I've had it, I can't keep track in a pattern, I'm terrible. So not only are they handy for holding bits of paper together, but great for marking off your place. And I've just pulled out a few springtimey bits to put in the photograph for the paper clips as well, because I haven't got them in my shop yet. They should be there by the time you see the video, but I just thought they were fun. And they'd be great for journals as well. You can always add elements to your pages with some jumbo paper clips, or you can use them to hold your supplies together, your pretty little bits of paper, photographs, stickers, etc.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward.
I'm just playing around with some layouts for showing off the paper clips. I've just grabbed a few journaling bits, and already I'm just feeling the pull back to doing a bit of journaling. I haven't journaled for ages, kind of got out of the habit, but I really would like to get back into it. It's just so relaxing. Maybe, just maybe, I will pick it up again sometime. Even just the most simple scraps of paper and a little die cup just looks so simple on the page, just so nice. The paper clips, not only are they practical, but I tend to leave things like that in my journal as well, and then when your journal is being used, it ends up being all like thick and fat, and you've got loads of paper clips at the top and stuff. And I like to attach things to paper clips, so you can add tassels. I've got a bit of ribbon here. In one of my other ones I attached some of the wool that I'd used on some socks that were on one of my journaling pages. I think that's in my Christmas one. My poor neglected journal, must get back to it. My journal is almost identical to the ones you can buy in my shop. The only difference is these ones are not real leather, my one is, but you get all the inserts. You get 3 different inserts. You get plain, square and lined, I think, or it's dots, I can't remember. Yes, faint dots, and then you get some nice plastic pockets, and then there's a zippy pocket at the back as well. And you also get the charm on the front. These are just random charms, so you just get whatever comes out. And you also get a sheet of little stickers, but they're like postage stamps, and they come with every journal too, so you actually get lots in your journal when you buy a journal from a shop. There's lots of spring inspiration in my shop right now. We've got so many washi tapes Really nice pens. We've got days of the week washi tapes, and I've just remembered I've got these gorgeous die cut packs. I really enjoy using the die cuts. I use these so much in my Christmas journals, and so many of the elements in them are not specific to anything really, so you could add these elements onto any page regardless of like the topic of the page. So you can just have a look here. I love the little yoga people, and then you've got leaves, you've got mandalas, flowers. So this one is just a great sort of all-round pack you could use for anything. There's even houseplants, strawberries. Every time I look I see something new. So there's just so much on these pages that if you are struggling with what to put in a journal, sometimes it's just great to have a pack like this and go through it and just find something that fits on your page. I've also dug out these other stickers that are in my shop now, and they've got lots of sewing themed ones in it, as well as beautiful florals, and even some gorgeous, like, what would you call them, tickets and stamps. Really nice. The florals are just beautiful in these. And then little vintage sewing things, little tape measures, so cute, and spools of thread, buttons. So everything I've shown you just now is in my shop. These are stickers, these ones, the sewing themed ones, and these are die cuts, which just means they're cards, so you just have to glue them in. You get so many in these packs. You get 150 in these. They will last you for ages. Brilliant.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who dreaming of you, 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 dreaming of you. What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.
20-something years ago, those cold nights in December, and the sound of the falling snow, the fireplace warming us, the VHS movie box, your old broke down touring bus, and not a single cloud in the sky. I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was just a dream guiding us, and not a single cloud in the sky. If I could go back in time, I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back my life, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was time. I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back, rewind, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt, and all we had was time. When you and me were poor as dirt, and all we had was time.
I don't listen, I don't pay no mind to what everyone says. I go my own way, I walk my own line. I ask no more from you. I just want you to whisper sweet nothings in my ear. And just whisper sweet nothings in my ear. 'Cause I don't need no broken promises. I only want you to undress and whisper sweet nothings. Yeah, sweet nothings in my ear.
This is Hill of Tarvet Mansion, which is owned by the National Trust for Scotland. This is where my new volunteering position is, but I'm not going to be in the gardens.
I won't be burned down, never can venture to the ground. And all I ask from you is it something you can do? Just whisper sweet nothings.
new position is as a guide for the rooms. So here I am on the first day dressed up as the daughter of the house. So this is the daytime attire. This was the room that I got changed in, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Just to give you an idea of what the house looks like inside. And at lunchtime we changed into evening wear, and then I sat downstairs in the Great Hall and I played cards with my mother. It was great fun, and I loved this flapper dress. This Tilda cat was one of the first things that I made. I discovered the Tilda books before I had a sewing machine and just fell in love with absolutely everything in them. The little angel here's a Tilda one as well. So I think I started to sew the cat maybe even before I got the sewing machine, and then obviously realised that doing all the seams was going to be much easier with a sewing machine. So yeah, that was one of the first things I made. Not the easiest, but that's just me. I don't go for the easiest things first. I like to run before I can walk. And the other things are just things that I've gathered over the years. This little money box I've had since I was really little. I think she's really cute, and she's from, where's that she's from? Jersey pottery. So I would have got that when I visited Jersey, and I would probably have been about 7 maybe, I'm not sure. She's very cute. And these are my little shelves in the sitting room. And last vlog, I completely forgot to tell you that these prints that were in the lifestyle boxes are also now available in my shop. I went for the most premium quality paper card for these, their card, and they've got a really, really nice finish to them. I've also got a few of these magnetic frames, and you just clip the front and the back bit on at the bottom to give it some weight, and then the same at the top, and the top one's got your hangy bit on them. These the prints went out in the boxes and so did the frames, but I have a few extra prints and a few extra frames. The prints are in my Etsy shop now, and if I remember, I'm going to add the frames in as well, but they will of course fit in a normal A5 frame because they're A5 prints. If I forget to get them uploaded in time and you'd like a hanging frame as well, just get in touch and I'll do a listing for you and you can buy both together. But I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and it's a quote that I always try to live by, and I think it's really important. And the fact that it's on a squishy pile of beautiful knitting as well, it's just everything about the print, I just really love it. And it's a really nice little reminder to ourselves. So I'm really pleased with how that came out.
Selfish right now. You said yourself you'd be breaking your vow.
It's a very lazy Sunday here today. It's nearly midday. I'm going to go and put her in the garden shortly. I'm hoping to put together maybe a little garden video as well. So keep a lookout for that. I'm just in the sewing room here today. I've been cutting out a huge stack of fabrics for some project bags and also for some more of the little notions pouches. I'm just making a few as and when I can and then putting them in my shop. So if you want one, keep checking my shop because you might just find stuff has been uploaded. I am also trying to put out a post on Instagram when I'm doing so, although it feels like my Instagram posts and stories are just not being seen at all, so that is really difficult, and I find that that really hampers my motivation because if I feel like people don't see my posts, then I feel there's no point posting, and then oh, I was just getting a real sort of slump and then lose a bit of motivation for sewing as well. But as I said, I have pulled out a lot of like springtime fabrics, ones that say spring. I've got some, look how cute these bunnies are with their little glasses. Got some bunnies, I've got lots of florals, really, really pretty fabrics. And I've dug a bit deeper today as well and found some fabrics that I haven't used for a while. I've got a bit of Tilda in there. So it's just really nice to go through all my fabrics and just see ones that I'd forgotten about and pull them out to use. I did say I was going to try and be in my vlogs a little bit more, and I've really failed this time. It's easier said than done because I'm so often just doing things and I just film what I'm doing and forget to actually be on the screen. My pink hallway's actually finished now, and managed to put up some pictures and bits and pieces, so maybe try and get a bit of footage of that as well. The colour is a little bit sort of more salmony pink than I had hoped. I was hoping it would be slightly more peachy pink and not quite as bright and in your face. Maybe it's yeah, I kind of blend in a bit with my jumper, I think, depending on the light. But now that I've got some accessories up, it's toned it down a little bit, and I really, really like it. It's, yeah, it was kind of the sort of look that I had in mind. So I've been decorating it with sort of celestial prints, suns, moons, stars, that kind of thing, and just anything else that I find pretty, I'll put up there. I did buy a few prints, so I've got those up, and I've used an old mirror that I had before and put that up. But I'm just going to add to it as and when I see stuff in shops. I'm not going to go out and actively be looking for everything all at once because I prefer to just build stuff up over time. So that's done now. My focus now can go to the garden now that the weather's going to get a bit warmer as well. So as you know, I absolutely love my garden, love getting it prepared, love working in it, love sowing seeds, growing flowers, having cut flowers in the house, which feels amazing. So I'm going to go and sort through some seeds just now as well and plant some more seeds, and do a good bit of tidying up because it really needs it. I'm looking forward to getting a good boost of whatever that happy hormone is that you get from being outdoors gardening. Just needing a wee boost today. I'm really tired. Yeah, just got a day to myself, so I'm just going to go and do some things that I enjoy. I think this afternoon I might dig out some knitting and maybe even some vlogs and stuff because I've not sat and done that for ages. Just haven't been in the mood really, don't really know why, but I would like to do that this afternoon. So maybe I'll do a couple of hours gardening, come in for some lunch and have a nice coffee this afternoon and chill out. And then Joshua will be back home later this afternoon or this evening, and then it's two weeks school holidays, so I'll have him to amuse for some of that. Hopefully get out and about a little bit, although now that he's 13 he's not really up for doing very much with me. So yeah, not looking forward to the holidays quite as much as I once would have when we'd have had lots of days out and stuff, but it'd be nice to sort of try and spend a bit of time with him anyway and just slow the pace down a little bit. I need to also tell you that the Lifestyle box number 2 in the garden is also on sale now, so go and check that out in my Etsy shop if you'd like to get one. I did show in the last video what went into the last box, and I just want to sort of clarify that the next box, every box will have completely different items in it, so it won't even be the same theme. It's not like you're always going to get a candle or I can't even remember what was in the last one. You're not always going to get a print, you're not always going to get, you know, all the things that were in it. They are all going to be completely different. But I've had lots of fun sourcing the things for this one, so if you like watching my vlogs in the garden, then you're going to love the box. And you don't have to be a keen gardener, you could just have a few pots on your windowsill or not even have a garden, you'll still get full value from the box. So they're in my Etsy shop now, and hopefully they'll be going out in about, I've said the beginning of May, so that's a month's time. Yeah, and I'm starting to get everything arriving from them as well, which is really exciting, and everything looks beautiful and they're coming together really well. So pop over and get yourself a box if you'd like one.
I don't think that I'm being that selfish right now. You said yourself you'd be breaking every vow. I can understand you're tired of this town, and I'm not saying that we have to settle down now. Just remember this. We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must, to do what your dreams are telling you to do. And I'll be out there looking for someone like you. Stardust, stardust.
I've had such a nice afternoon in the garden. The sun has came out and it is just, oh, it's beautiful. It's like that proper first day of spring. I was really hot, so I was just in my jumper by the end of it. I just tidied up now. I think I might ache a little bit tomorrow. I ended up pulling out some pretty big weeds, chopping stuff back, getting rid of some old pots. I always like to make sure things have died off properly before I throw them out. And then I'll hang on to a few others just to see if some other things grow back again. I've got a whole shelf of seeds now in the greenhouse, which feels great. That's a lot of the flowers sown that I wanted. And it's just been really nice. Tilly came out and oh, it's just been lovely. The birds have been singing and I've heard a few big buzzy bumblebees and it's just so nice. Just wanting to do a few rows in knitting to get back into doing this shawl because I haven't been picking up any crafts sort of in my spare time lately. I have been sewing for work, but by the evenings I'm just too tired. Now that it's a bit lighter in the evenings, I'm hoping that I might feel a bit easier. It might feel a bit easier to do because it won't be obviously so dark and I can see what I'm doing a bit easier. My eyes won't, maybe I won't get so tired. I had planned on this shawl being wearable for, well, it's quite a lighter weight shawl. It's not like my big colour block shawl here, which is made using Aran wool, and I love it. It's finished and I love wearing it. It's so warm. So I wanted another one that I could wear when the weather was not quite so cold. So I've cast on the Playful shawl, which is by Meg Gadsby. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I've got it printed just in black and white there. You can use any coloured yarns. I've gone for a plain undyed cream and I'm using this gorgeous, it's called Rose Gold, and it really is a sort of a rose gold colour. And it's by Chelsea Yarns. I was really lucky enough to have received this as a gift. It's absolutely beautiful. I didn't want to just have it hidden away as socks, so I thought it needed to be shown off, and I think it works really well, the variations in the colour with the cream. So I'm really enjoying knitting on it. It's a really easy mindless knit. I just need to remember what I'm doing when I get to the end of a row and at the beginning of a row, but my pattern should keep me right. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of this. I'm probably going to end up really enjoying it and doing it for ages now. But yeah, I'm obviously not going to be able to wear it for this spring, but if I work on it, I might be able to wear it for those chilly autumn days just after summer, the in-betweeny kind of days. That would be nice. But no pressure on myself whatsoever to have it finished. It's just nice to have one of those mindless projects on the go that you don't have to think about and you can just pick up. I'm going to go and cook my tea. I've just got some veggie lasagna from the freezer, so it'll be a nice easy tea. Joshua will be home shortly. I'm going to try and get this vlog up this week. It's just Easter holidays, so I'll just sit and work away on that. And then I did film a bit of the garden when I was out today, so hopefully that can come together in another little gardening vlog. If not, if there's not enough stuff there, I'll just put it in the next vlog as a bit of everything vlog. So I'll see you then, I'll see you soon. Remember, I'm going to check out those gardening themed lifestyle boxes if, like me, you just love everything to do with the garden. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.